Welcome to the first GW recap of the 21-22 season. I'm your host, Carter Dudley, founder of Finest Magazine. In this recap, we look back at GW's convincing win over Hood College, 93-51 in their first and only exhibition game. GW was led by James Bishop, who posted 22 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And Hunter Dean, their 6'10 forward high flyer. He finished with a double-double of 15 points and 11 rebounds. For Hood College, senior guard Mason Wang led them with 16 points and 4 rebounds and 3 assists on 5 of 14 shooting. GW pretty much jumped on them from opening tip and never let their foot off the gas. Their size and versatility and athleticism, just overwhelmed Hood College. For those of you who don't know, Hood College is a Division III program in Maryland, but they're one of the top Division III programs in Maryland. Mason Wang, who I just spoke about, is always he's an all-conference, all-American candidate. That's why you saw the numbers that he put up. Even though being in a Division III program, he still finished with 16 points, 4 rebounds. He's a quality collegiate guard, man. He's tough. Fearless, he's skilled. Even for while for his size, he may be undersized, but he gets the job done. The thing that jumped out to me about GW's performance tonight was their defense. That's what really led them. You know what I mean? They jumped on them, they swarmed them, and this is what was without Ricky Lendo Jr. and Joe Bismail, who Bamasil, my apologies, who Virginia Tech transfer. They weren't even at full strength, and their defense was just swarming. The athleticism up front, the wings that they have, they range from 6'4" to about 6'7", 6'8". Then inside, they range from 6'9" to 6'11". They have a lot of big, wide, long, athletic players that can just disrupt you, get in the passing lanes, on ball. Brandon Freeman, Bishop, the way those guys can defend on ball. Brandon Adams, UConn transfer, Baltimore native. Same thing with him, being 6'4", 6'5". He can guard multiple positions, and he gets after defensively. He's strong. They're going to give teams a lot of issues from the defensive end, and offensively, I think they have so many weapons. They feel like that would take care of itself. And the way they defend, they can cause turnovers if they're locked in. They'll be able to even score even more points off that, generate more points off that. So I was thoroughly impressed with the defense. They held Hood College to 19 of 63 shooting, 5 of 33 from three-point range, and they out-rebounded them 45 to 38. So all in all, some things they got cleaned up. I'm pretty sure Coach Christian will definitely be on them about, turnovers, unforced turnovers. They had about 13, which is pretty solid, for a college team. But I know every coach will want that down, keeping it single digits. But, nonetheless, man, they got the job done, you know what I mean? So they're going to prepare for their opener against St. Francis on November 9th. But before we get to that, I just want to highlight a couple notes from a couple players that I saw. James Bishop, he was James Bishop, man. I call him the A10 James Harden. And it's due to his style, the way he can score and shoot the ball from all 3 levels and make plays for others. He's a tough guy to defend, man. He's crafty. He's stronger than what he looks. He's more athletic than what he looks. He's shifty. He's smart. And he has all the intangibles, man. And, he's the rare floor general that his scoring sets up his facilitating. Normally, traditionally, point guards facilitating would set up their scoring opportunities. Not with him. He's such an elite scorer that teams already fear that. And shooter with range, teams fear that. So they overplay, they send traps, they send doubles, and then he just picks them apart with the playmaking, which forces them to kind of retreat, and then he does what he does best, and that's put points on the board. He also looked better defensively, in this game against Hood. He got a couple blocks, steals. He could have had more steals, deflections, but the ball just didn't bounce his way. So he's an all-conference player. I thought he should deserve to be on there last year, honestly, but it is what it is. Can't do nothing about that now, but I'll be shocked if he's not an all-conference player this year, if he's healthy. It's just a matter of which team is going to be first, second, third team. But he's that good. Next, Hunter Dean. I love what I saw to him. High motor, very athletic, big man, super athletic. I mean, every time he jumps, he's at the top of the square, whether it's defensively, trying to block shots or alter shots or trying to rebound, or on offense when he's in the post or he's running the floor, offensive rebounding, trying to be strong and go back right back up with offensive putbacks. He's a leaper, man, but he has a soft touch. He can finish inside well, and he can hit free throws. He hit 3 or 4 today, and he was 6 or 7 from the field. So, with what he brings and the energy and the high motor that he brings with his athleticism, he's gonna be able to disrupt games just off that alone, and it's gonna have to make other teams adjust. And my next guy, this is what's gonna create space for my next guy, Noel Brown. Sophomore, 6'11" sophomore center. He's improved a lot from his freshman year. He's in better condition. I think he just needed some experience to understand what the A-10 was all about and what Division I was all about, even what Christian want from him. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes guys time, being a former college player myself, it's not you come in with your own idea how you want to play, and it may not necessarily be in line with what the team needs. So you have to adjust and fit with the coach is asking of you to make the team better. But in the process, you become a better player. You know what I mean? Because you're forced to adapt and get better in areas that you didn't really see yourself getting better at, or even recognize, or even think about. And you see that with Noah Brown with his conditioning. He's more polished on the post. He's no longer a liability offensively. He went to the free throw line, hit 6 or 7, which is huge. Look, man, late in games, crunch time, the bigs they're going to draw fouls because they're down there grabbing boards and traffic. They're going to get hit. When they go to the free throw line, they got to hit those free throws. Those are 3 points. And those are in close games, those will be the separators, so those points from the free throw line. And he was 3 or 4 from the field. He grabbed 6 boards and had 2 block shots in 20 minutes of play. I love what I saw out of him, man. For him, it's just maximizing his role and staying within himself. If he does that, he'll be a force for GW, and they're going to need him because to get out the A-10 or make noise in the A-10, you got to go through some quality bigs. I'm just thinking about, the Mitchell twins and Antoine Walker, who are from the area up in Rhode Island. Obviously, you look at St. Bonaventure, you know what I mean, with they're the preseason #1 team in the conference, ranked 23rd in the country. They got NBA prospect up front, Osuni. They got Kareem Koulibaly, who also is a local product. So they have some quality bigs all up and down the conference, and I haven't even got to the other teams. So they're going to need Noel Brown to make an impact and be consistent. Same with Hunter Dean. Last but not least, I love what I saw out of freshman Brandon Freeman. The buzz about him has been strong. I loved him in high school. He was definitely one of the best high school point guards in the DMV his senior year. And his confidence, ability to score and, make plays, always stood out. But defensively, I don't think he get enough credit. He could be one of the best on-ball defenders right away in the A-10. You know what I mean? If he stays out of foul trouble, obviously, even though he's a talented freshman, he's still a freshman. Some things he's just going to have to learn by going through the fire. And, but with him, he's a high IQ guy, so I don't, expect for him to take long to adapt. You know what I mean? And he was solid tonight, man. Very solid. 12 points, 3 rebounds, had 5 assists. He had 4 turnovers. I saw Christian talking to him about that. Some of them were just unnecessary, but he's learning. You know what I mean? 5 and 9 shooting, 1 or 2 from deep. 1 or 3 from the free throw line. He obviously he can shoot better than that. I'm not really worried about that. He will shoot better than that. And his defense on Hood's guard, Mason Wang, 5 of 14. A lot of their guards didn't shoot well at all. A lot of 1 for 5s, 1 for 4s, 0 for 4s, 1 for 6. And that's when him, along with Bishop and other guys, and Adams being disruptive. You know what I mean? Christian, when I saw them in the preseason, said said that Brandon Freeman is their best on-ball defender. Like, he said he should be able to lock guys up 94 feet and consistently draw 10-second calls. That's high praise, man. So, You know that, and that's a hell of an expectation to put on a freshman, but that tells you about his ability. So, I expect big things out of him. Being in the backcourt, with Bishop, even sometimes running the second unit. Orchestrating that. But all in all, it was a good win. Um, I just can't wait to see them at full strength with Leno and Bamasil in the lineup. Also, keep an eye on Quanzi Samuels and Daniel Nixon, two youngsters that came in, made solid impacts right in limited minutes as well. But you know, expect to see a lot more of me, and not just on the men's side. On the GW women's side, I'll be covering them as well, and I'll also be having these recaps coming like clockwork throughout the season, man. So next time I'll see you guys will be a double header at GW, November 9th. GW women's tip off first. I believe they play American, and then GW men's close it out against St. Francis, and that'll be the start of the 2021, 21-22 season officially. And they may be ranked low in the conference, but I like what I see out of GW. I think they're a lot more talented than what people give them credit for. It's just a matter of them going out there and proving it by putting wins together. It's as simple as that. So I'll touch base with y'all November 9th. Y'all be safe. Talk to you soon.